Happy New Year from Young Independence here in Northamptonshire. 2014 was truly a remarkable success for UKIP. We won the European elections, we gained 2 MPs, and by the close of the year saw the launch of many general election campaigns right across the country. 2015 is shaping up to match and exceed last year's political earthquakes. The general election is just months away and its result could never be more uncertain. For the first time in decades, there is no assurance or safe prediction of what government we will have on the morning of the 8th of May. UKIP are doing away with the tiresome, outdated and stagnant form of politics by encouraging debate, booting aside the status quo and reforming the political landscape, so that one day the House of Commons will reflect the people it is supposed to represent. Here in Northants we are striving to engage more young people into UKIP and politics in general. Last year we stood and remembered those who made the ultimate sacrifice 100 years ago in the First World War. Boys as young as 14 perished on the battlefields of northern France and Belgium, alongside their brothers, fathers, cousins and uncles. They fought and many died in the name of British values, the most important of which is democracy. In today's world, our democracy isn't threatened from the barrel of a gun, but rather through the back door of EU legislation, regulation, law and our politicians' cowardice to not speak against it. This new year symbolises our generation's chance and turn to stand up against those who would infringe on our democracy and our future. As young people, we are so often told, you are the future, you are tomorrow. But what future is there if we cannot control it? So I'll be voting UKIP on the 7th of May to take back my future from the political class in Westminster, to take back my country from the European Union. I will be voting to preserve British democracy.
I am voting UKIP because we need to see a change from the status quo. I want to see local politicians reflect the people they represent, and I also support their common sense approach to the problems that affect the working man on a daily basis.
I'm voting UKIP because I want to see an improvement to the education system. I think there should be a grammar school in each town, and people studying maths and science at university level should have their tuition fees abolished. The current rate of 50% of students going on to higher education is too high and should be decreased, and people should be able to take up apprenticeships and more vocational subjects starting at GCSE level.
I'm voting UKIP because I'm not convinced that having circa 70% of our laws made in Brussels by unelected politicians is necessarily the best course of action for our country. I want us to get our freedom back, I want us to get our democracy back, and I want us to become a truly global trade player and not simply a microcosm of a European federal state.
This is our chance, our opportunity to really make a difference. Whether you are young or old, look past the lies in the media, in the newspapers, on the television, Facebook, YouTube and Twitter. Don't be bought by the cheap promises by the Labour and Conservative parties. Rather, stand on your own 2 feet. You make the decision and help us save our country on the 7th of May this year.